Alright, hello everyone. Today is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. And for the first time ever, WWE is doing 2 nights of their annual SummerSlam pay-per-view. This will be taking place at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This will mark the first time since WrestleMania 35 in 2019 that there will be a WWE event held at MetLife Stadium. Obviously, with my WWE knowledge of the past 5 years, okay? Obviously, SummerSlam has taken place in Vegas. It's taken place in Cleveland last year. But yeah, this is historic. A lot of matches to get into. I want to mention, if you're organizing your Saturday night and I guess Sunday night plans, a lot of us got stuff going on in the summer, obviously, for early August. 6 o'clock start time. Okay, 6 o'clock start time. You would think maybe Peacock will have the replay up at, 10 or 11 o'clock. I don't know. Tomorrow I'll be able to watch it. Tonight I'm not because I'm going to be in Long Island tonight. And I'm not staying home in this nice weather. Are you kidding me? It's gorgeous out there today. These WWE guys, I want to mention, they really got lucky with the weather. They really did. So let's start off with the Saturday, and then we'll go to Sunday predictions. So obviously tonight, we're gonna start off. I think how I'm gonna start this off is just make this easier the way I wanna organize it. Okay. So I think what we'll do is just get the woman out of the way first. All right. So first up, we're going to predict the Women's Championship match. We have Tiffany Stratton taking on Jade Cargill. Let me pause this so that you're not distracted. So Jade Cargill won the female Queen of the Ring tournament. It was a good match against Asuka, Saudi Arabia. And Cargill, I don't know, they really haven't been promoting this match as much. There really hasn't been that much dialogue between Jade and Tiffany, but I'll say that fact because Trish just competed at Evolution a couple weeks ago. But I've been saying for a while, you can't just make Tiffany drop the belt so quickly. This is month number 8 now of Tiffany's reign. Obviously, Tiffany is on top of the world right now. I've been saying it for a while. Obviously, I think she's the best female wrestler on the roster. The next closest before she got hurt was Liv Morgan. But if Tiffany loses, I'll be shocked. I'm sorry, but what are they trying to do? Make a rivalry between Jade and Naomi? What, have Naomi win? Naomi have 2 belts or something? I keep hearing rumors about it all the time. So for argument's sake, Tiffany retains. If she doesn't, I'm gonna feel so bad for her. Tiffany is such a hard worker in this company. And if she drops the belt, it's a very bad decision. Don't make her lose tonight, please. Please. And then you got the Women's Tag Team Championships. Judgment Day's not dropping the titles. Because I got a feeling that Alexa and Charlotte are losing. They build up they got chemistry now. They figured it out. No, I think in that Paris pay-per-view, I think you're going to see Alexa and Charlotte hammer each other. All right, that's the way I look at it. I'll go into a broader context in a couple weeks, but this is what leads up to that match, I think. Raquel and Roxanne, there's a lot of pressure for Roxanne to keep performing. Everybody's just assuming that, Liv Morgan's going to come back very quickly. No. All right? The shoulder injury that Liv got a couple weeks ago, that takes months to come back from. I've been saying for a while that Liv's going to come back for the 2026 Royal Rumble. See, if I'm Liv, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to come back. And I don't know, maybe she may not need the Judgment Day. I mean, there's this point where the Judgment Day is like, Now, could Roxanne and Dom go into a dating storyline? That's a good question. They keep hinting at it. These crazy storylines, man, it's just... Alright. Another pointless rematch. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. And by the way, Karrion... Doesn't his contract expire in a couple of weeks? I don't know what's going on here, but why are we having another rematch? It's pointless. Sammy's gonna win. I'm done here. It's enough already. It's just enough. I'm done with this. It's a stupid storyline. Why are we having these two wrestle again? It's annoying. It really, really is. Alright, let's get into the men's tag team matches. So you got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So I think it's obvious what they're doing here. I know it's supposed to be a hyped up match, but at the end of the day, I just think that Roman and Jey win the match. I think they're going to make main event do something down the line. I don't know. I mean, you got to do something with Jey Uso, but I think for Jey's sake, this is a good match to have. We'll see, but the OTC's gotta come back strong. I mean, you bring him back a couple weeks ago and then you make him lose? That'd be a very bad decision. So Roman and Jey win, and if they don't, I'll be shocked. And I think a lot of people at MetLife Stadium, oh man, I'll tell you, if you were watching the kickoff show last night on YouTube or Peacock, because I was watching it last night, oh man, those fans in Newark, I mean, if Braun and Brunson win tonight, you're going to have 80,000 people. They're going to lose their minds. You don't want to have a ruckus crowd. It's like ECW One Night Stand 2006. You don't want the crowd, being all hostile because the wrong outcome of the match happened, Ugh. All right. Now this is a good one right here. Randy Orton teaming up with country artist Jelly Roll to take on Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Now, I want to mention something about this match. Now, supposedly, Drew got upset that his passport got lost a couple days ago. He was able to get back into the United States, which is a good thing. And I want to mention, I was coming home from Delmarva the other night on Monday, late Monday night, and I'll mention, I did see when I was passing by the American Dream Mall on the Turnpike, I did see Drew's face. I also saw Logan's face and Jelly Roll's face and Randy's face on the sign of the American Dream Mall the other day. So, look, I'll just say this. There's been a lot of bad blood between Jelly and Logan lately. But for argument's sake, I think Randy and Jelly Roll do win. I think they're making Jelly Roll more of a ambassador to WWE. And don't be surprised if more celebrities start to get into it. Because Tiffany Stratton keeps talking about Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if you saw it on last week's episode, but even Chelsea Green was making a reference about Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, if you get the little hint, and you listen to those words carefully that Chelsea was making towards Jade Cargill last week's episode of SmackDown. Listen, I really think they're going to bring in a lot more of these celebrities. Don't be surprised. It kind of would be cool to see Tiffany and Sabrina team up. That would be really cool. I would love to see that happen. You kidding me? I mean, that would be great. I mean, Sabrina hits a frog splash. I don't know, could happen. I mean, first of all, I like to see what type of move Jelly Roll's gonna do tonight. I'm curious. What's Jelly Roll's finisher gonna be? Has Jelly Roll figured it out? Has Jelly Roll gone to the Performance Center in Orlando? Or whatever it is now, because I keep hearing they're thinking of moving it to Vegas now. I don't know. It's just... So yeah, Randy and Jelly Roll win. Okay. Main event of the night. It will be Gunther, your World Heavyweight Champion, taking on CM Punk. I think it's too soon for Punk to win the belt. I think Punk will win it next year, but not tonight. No, it's too soon. Gunther's got to keep the belt for the remainder of the year. If Gunther drops the belt tonight, I'll kind of be shocked. I mean, Gunther is... There's just no stopping this guy, Gunther. I mean, Jey Uso made Gunther tap out at WrestleMania this year, but... It kind of would be cool to see CM Punk make Gunther tap out with the Anaconda of Ice. But I don't know. Could Gunther get out of the Anaconda of Ice? He could. I mean, I could see Punk hitting 3 or 4 GTSs, right? And Gunther still kicks out. It's a possibility, But for discussion's sake, I think Gunther retains. If Punk wins, I'll be happy, but I really think it's too soon for Gunther to drop the belt. I think there's a possibility you're going to see Gunther go into January, at least with the belt on him. But I don't know. We'll see. But if you're watching the kickoff show last night, Punk was mentioning, don't be surprised if we meet. I think these two could wrestle again. I don't know when, but... So now that we got that out of the way, let's go into night number 2. So for night number 2, let's start off with the woman again. We'll start off with the Women's Championship. Naomi versus Io Sky taking on Rhea Ripley. Now, there's a rumor Bianca Belair could interfere with the match, right? I could see it happening. And you know what? Don't be surprised if Naomi retains either way. Because I think what they want to do is they want to have Bianca and Naomi have a one-on-one match in Paris. I think that's what's going to happen in a couple of weeks. Because remember, after this pay-per-view, coming up on the 31st, which is a Sunday, that's going to be the next pay-per-view in Paris, right before Labor Day weekend, right around Labor Day weekend. So, I think Naomi wins, Bianca makes a return tomorrow, and then the next couple of weeks on Netflix, you're going to see Bianca and Naomi have some words. Adam Pearce's hand's going to be tied, and then they make the match official, because there's still some bad blood between Naomi and Bianca that needs to be settled. Now that Naomi cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase a couple weeks ago at Evolution, I think it's obviously time that we have, Naomi face Bianca on a one-on-one. I think it's time. Women's Intercontinental Championship. So I want to mention there's a stipulation in this match. You have a I think this is a street fight if I'm correct. Yeah, because the Stina Rhodes match is a street fight also. So there's another stipulation that if Lyra loses, as long as Becky is the champ, I think, Lyra can't compete for the belt. So, the way I look at it, I'm sorry, Becky's going to be champ for a while. I don't know how long she'll be champ, but I'm just noticing lately on Netflix, and I'll randomly mention it. If you look at how long the episodes have been lasting, some of the episodes go like 2.5, 3 hours now on Netflix. So it makes it interesting. You gotta fill the airtime somehow on Netflix. So Becky Lynch retains. I don't know who her next opponent will be, but I could see Bayley getting a one-on-one with Becky. I don't know. I could see it happening. I want to see Becky and Bayley get a one-on-one match for the belt in Paris. I think it could happen. You know, I'm just saying it could happen. All right, now let's move on to the men's side of things. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the tag team belt over with. It's a ladder match. Oh, no, this is a TLC match, right? But we definitely know this will be a night 2 match. It was confirmed last night on SmackDown. The Wyatt Six taking on DIY versus the Street Profits versus Faxion versus the Motor City Machine Guns versus Andrade and Rey Fénix. So this is an interesting match here. Now, look. I know the Wyatts still have their storyline. You know? I think it would be completely wrong for the Wyatts to drop the belt. The team. Because coming up on the 24th this month will mark 2 years since we lost Bray Wyatt. Since we lost Wyndham. Lost Wyndham Rotunda. So you have to let the Wyatts retain. That would be completely wrong if another team comes in and just takes the tag team belts. Like, I would really think that Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, right? We're talking about Taylor Rotunda, who is Ray's brother. It's a lot of, the wrestling business can be tough, but you have to make the right move. You gotta let the Wyatts retain. And if they don't, then that would be bad. Especially because historically, the Wyatt name has a fandom in the New York tri-state area. There's a fascination with the whole Wyatt name, going back to Bray, when he was still alive. So the Wyatts retain, and if they don't, I'll be surprised. Alright, next up, this is a pointless match. Why am I even talking about this? Dominic Mysterio taking on AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. Come on, the Judgment Day is on top of the world. I keep saying that there's this whole storyline when Liv Morgan comes back. You know, you gotta keep the Judgment Day strong. Especially because Finn is looking like the strong leader that they need right now in that, fraction. Finn and JD are finally back on the same page. So I think Dominic retains. Come on. Dominic is young. Dominic needs more match time. And you know what? Dominic retains. AJ Styles, come on. Really? We're going to put the Intercontinental Championship on AJ Styles? I like AJ, but come on. AJ's time is done. It's crazy. Alright. This is going to be the feel-good story of SummerSlam, hopefully. I hope I'm right about this. Solo Sikoa taking on Jacob Fatu. Sikoa attempted to frame Fatu for a car crash a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. After learning about Sikoa's deception, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, filling in for Nick Aldis, booked Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Now, there's a lot of favorability towards Jacob Fatu ever since the Money in the Bank ladder match way back in July, where Jacob told Solo, I hate you, Solo. So the past month now, you've been seeing these two get into it. It's been heated. It's been this or that, It's But I think Jacob gets back the United States Championship. I think it's a feel-good moment. You have to give Jacob back the belt. So, yeah, Jacob wins. And then last but not least, the street fight between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. So we know Cody won the King of the Ring, Night of Champions. So we know that a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes forged John Cena's signature. John Cena was like, I'm sorry, I'm promoting a Netflix movie, etc., etc., etc. It was all part of the storyline. And then last night, did you see John Cena? Did you see John Cena last night on SmackDown? Go back to putting the nostalgia act of the old John Cena coming back. It was like, okay, the Black Titan John Cena comes out. He's holding his towel backwards like he normally does. He makes the ring announcer say, never seen 17, gracing Newark, New Jersey for his presence one final time. It's like, John Cena made us go through so many emotions last night. It was, So they're basically hinting that Cody Rhodes is turning heel again. And Cody was mentioning a couple days ago on a podcast, it was an interview, it was like, oh, if I turn heel, I'm going to have no ring music. I'm like, what? Okay. I'm just like, what's going on here? I think it's obvious they're turning him heel. If they're not, then I don't know. But for argument's sake, I'll just say Cena wins only because I think they want Cena to keep the belt going into I don't know, unless Cody wins and then they set the match up where Cena's a face and then he faces Gunther in his retirement match in December. I think that's where they may be going with this. Keep seeing that, but Gunther just is going to keep retiring these old guys. Like, he retired Goldberg a couple weeks ago on Main Event, and now he may retire John Cena in Boston on MGC. Oh, man, what kind of good programming is that for network television? So I'll just say Cena wins. I'm just like, I'm going crazy here, I'm exhausted because last night I stayed up to watch Olivia Rodrigo. So there's that. Olivia just drained my energy last night. Before I wrap this up, I will mention she bought out Weezer. I mean, who saw that one coming? I did not see that coming, but... And then I'll mention Sabrina Carpenter's performing tomorrow, so... I mean, so far Lala's been good. I'll mention Lala's been enjoyable. Gracie looked great the other night on Thursday. I was seeing Luke Combs the other night. He looked good too, but they bought him a towel while he was performing. Ugh. So anyhow, I think that's going to wrap it up. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday viewing of this show. I mean, maybe you'll be outside watching it somewhere, or maybe you'll be at MetLife watching it tonight, because 80,000 people are going to be there. So, I'm going to get going, get this posted, and kind of enjoy the rest of my Saturday, because I am going to be outside today. I mean, there's no way I'm missing out on this gorgeous weather. In fact, I got my windows open today in my room as I'm recording this, so... Remember, 6 o'clock start time tonight and tomorrow. So make a note of it. And I will urge anybody, if you are going to MetLife Stadium please consider using New Jersey Transit. All right, because I will mention, if you take the western spur of the turnpike, I'm warning you right now, you're gonna get stuck in traffic. It's gonna be a nightmare trying to access the stadium, especially with all the construction work they've been doing with the first toll plaza on the eastern spur lately. It's ugh. So again, please just consider using mass transit if you are attending tonight and tomorrow. So yeah, and remember, James, it's a caucus. That's the main thing I'm going to mention. You're taking the train. If you're taking a bus, you do have the direct bus options that go into MetLife Stadium. So at least the Port Authority is another option, and I think it is walkable from the American Dream Mall, if I'm correct. But everything's all lined up in that area. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching my predictions, and I will be back in a couple of weeks to predict the pay-per-view coming up in Paris. So please take care.